What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, Francis Ngannou, and Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Get this. Tyson Fury states that Deontay Wilder punches harder than Francis Ngannou by a mile. And this is what he said. He said, Deontay by far, Fury said. Francis Ngannou is a big puncher, but I wasn't really troubled by any of his punches. It wasn't like it was dynamite every time he hit me and I was wobbled or anything. No, just one shot to the back of the head and that was it. So Wilder is still the biggest puncher I've ever seen or been in there in the ring with by a mile. Those are the words of Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, and let me counterpunch. First off, I already see where this is going. Ngannou doesn't punch harder than Deontay Wilder. Why? Why all of a sudden Francis doesn't punch harder than Deontay Wilder? When he decisioned Francis, he's saying, "Oh, this is the biggest puncher in history." Remember? And he was saying the complete opposite about Francis. Now that AJ's beat him, oh, Deontay Wilder punches harder by a country mile. Well, here's the deal. Why did you change up? And Francis has been recorded punching harder than anything, and that's documented, okay? That's stats from a computer analysis, okay? Francis hits harder than pretty much anybody. He's just broke the record for punching the hardest. And that punch was not in the back of the head. That punch was at the same distance or the same position as when Andy hit Joshua. Okay? And that wasn't behind the head. Even though Andy did a couple cheap shots behind the head, the shot that he hit Joshua with wasn't behind the head. It was on the side of the temple, not behind the head. You have here versus here, people. That's damn near 3 inches, 3.5 inches away from where it's supposed to land. From being legal, which is here, to illegal, which is back here. Okay? There was nowhere back here. Tyson Fury just does not want to give Francis Ngannou credit simply because Anthony Joshua knocked out the guy that gave him hell. Then all of a sudden, oh man, he just hit me behind the head. He can't punch as hard as Deontay anyway because he knows Deontay Wilder is still his ace in the hole. What do I mean? Ace in the hole, him and Parker share that. He ain't trying to live it or let Joshua get none of that because Joshua hasn't fought him. He has to hold on to something because there's nothing else left. Ngannou, Otto Wallin, Vladimir Klitschko, all of these guys, Joshua has beaten them, but beaten them better than Tyson Fury has. So you know he has to put Deontay Wilder on a pedestal to make his resume amplify over someone's, at some point. Because that's all he has left. And it really didn't look any better that Joseph Parker beat him. And I don't think deep down inside he was happy for Joseph Parker. I think deep down inside, the way he's seen Joseph Parker crumble, I think he was expecting that outcome. I think Tyson Fury was expecting Wilder to knock out Joseph Parker, man. But he didn't. And I think because he didn't, you didn't see him respond right away. He waited till the next day. When he was in bed and all that, or that night, or that next morning, he was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to wish my brother Joseph Parker victory. You should have done that before. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he was that excited or really happy about it. And you can tell when people are genuinely appreciative and happy for the next person. And I didn't see that within Tyson Fury. I didn't see him ecstatic about Joseph Parker beating Deontay Wilder. He didn't rag on Deontay Wilder. He didn't call Deontay Wilder a bum. He didn't do none of the above. But at the same time, he didn't really amplify or really congratulate on a certain level with that energy Joseph Parker. Okay, you could tell he was kind of almost low-key sad that Joseph Parker beat Deontay Wilder. But nonetheless, as far as Joshua goes, it doesn't have anything to do with Francis and Wilder. The only difference is he knows Wilder has not fought Joshua. So he knows that, hey, of course Wilder punches harder. See what I mean? See, that's Tyson Fury for you. Saying, oh, well, Francis doesn't punch as hard. None of those shots wobbled me. He just fouled me to knock me down. And then here's the thing. If Tyson Fury felt that Francis Ngannou hit him with a rabbit punch, why didn't he signal to the ref when he got the hell up? Or even when he was down on the ground, like he could have, like, hey, he hit me behind the head. You know what I mean? No, that was a knockdown because it was no illegal punch. That was a legal shot to the temple, and it bounced off his shoulder, and that's what actually broke some of the penetration. Okay? That's what happened. He probably would have been knocked spark out. And if he couldn't hit that hard and none of the punches hurt you or wobbled you or whatever, why the hell did you get on your bicycle like you did? And you did everything you possibly could to stay away from that guy's punches throughout the whole fight. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury claiming that Francis Ngannou doesn't punch harder than Deontay Wilder by a mile. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!